My name is Ronald Caesar. I'm with the Voice of America's Creole Service. We are speaking with Haiti's ambassador to the United States, His Excellency Paul Altidor. Ambassador Altidor, it's a pleasure to be speaking with you.
The pleasure is all mine to be speaking with the audience from Voice of America.
Okay. We know that you've been meeting with U.S. officials, including State Department officials, Homeland Security officials on the TPS, the temporary protected status for Haitian holders. Could you give us an update on where we are with those talks in terms of whether DHS will extend TPS for Haiti? We know that that status expires January 22nd, 2018, but a decision is due by the end of this month of November. So where are we with those efforts?
Well, the efforts are still underway. We are having, as you put it, we're having conversation with the U.S. authorities. As recently as today, we are still in conversation with officials from the Department of Homeland Security. We've been engaging them to understand why the Haitian government is requesting an extension of TPS for its citizen for about 18 months. The conditions on the ground, albeit although there's been a lot of progress Haiti has made since the earthquake, but unfortunately those progress has not reached a point where we feel that under the statute of TPS that the program should be terminated for the about 50,000 Haitians who are benefiting from this program right currently.
Okay, so Haiti has requested an extension of 18 months for Haitian TPS holders. Could you tell us what the authorities at the Department of Homeland Security, what have they answered to that request?
Well, we engage in conversation. So since we've been having conversation over the past months on this issue, so it's a back and forth. More importantly, the final decision has not been made yet. So we're feeling confident that they would see the merit of our arguments. So hopefully, by the time the decision is made, they would actually be announcing that an extension would be provided for those Haitian nationals currently benefiting from TPS in the U.S.
We know that the Haitian government partnered with the Association of Haitian Lawyers in the United States in order to provide advice to Haitian TPS holders, and they have created a hotline. The government of Haiti has created a hotline for that. Could you tell us, give us an update on these hotlines? What have they accomplished so far?
Keep in mind, the hotline was created as a way to make certain that the community, those who are benefiting from TPS, they are aware of what their obligations are under the law, but more importantly, they understand the options that are available to them under U.S. laws in case they wanted to adjust their status. So part of what we're doing here as far as the hotline is concerned, and that's why we've been working with lawyers, in particular lawyers of Haitian descent who have expertise in immigration law, is to begin the process of offering advice to members of the community in the event that they're trying to adjust their status in the United States, knowing full well, as far as the government is concerned, that the TPS program is a temporary program. So whether even if it's extended based on the request that we've made, but we're very certain that sooner or later, eventually this program may end. So therefore, we wouldn't want our members, the members of the community, to be in some sort of limbo. So that's why we're making certain that they know what kind of options from a legal point of view that are available to them in the event that they need to adjust their status prior to a termination of this program, if we come to that.
Okay, so those immigration lawyers who are providing advice to Haitian TPS holders in the United States in terms of their options, have they been able to identify some of them who have relatives here, family members who will be able to petition the government for legal status for them? If so, how many of them? We know there are about more than 50,000 TPS holders from Haiti. Can some of them benefit from one of their relatives to petition for legal status for them?
Well, let me just say that immigration law is a very complex set of laws, but more importantly, I leave it to the lawyers to talk about the specifics of what people may be eligible for. But one thing is certain, based on the conversation we've had with many immigration lawyers, there exists an array of options that are available to certain people depending on their case, depending on their personal situation as far as what legal status they fall under or what any kind of situation they may fall under. So in that sense, that's why we're encouraging TPS recipients to be engaging in conversation with legal experts so that they know exactly, it's almost on a case-by-case basis, they would determine what option those people would have. So in that sense, we leave it to the expert in the legal community to provide those advice to members of our community.
Okay. Now, with your conversations with U.S. officials on an extension of TPS for Haitian holders, what is your perception? Do you realize that they are going toward a possible extension or a termination?
Well, again, I don't want to speculate on a decision that hasn't been made yet. But the one thing is certain, that's why we're continuing to engage the U.S. authorities. As long as a decision has not been made, we still remain confident that there's a possibility of an extension. The U.S. would understand it would be in the mutual interest of both of our nations, the two oldest republics in the Americas. So in that sense, given the long history between the people of Haiti and the people of the United States, this request that we're making for an extension of TPS, it would be beneficial to both nations. So that's why we say we're not going to speculate on whether or not they're inclined to do it or not inclined to do it, but we're certain if they understand and we're certain of it, they're understanding the argument that we're putting forward, there may be a possibility, there should be, even under the law of TPS, there should be an extension of it.
By the end of the month of November, we all will know what the decision from the DHS will be. In the interim, can you tell us whether or not the Haitian government has been making preparation just in case TPS is terminated? Because there are about more than 50,000 Haitians who have that status. Is there any preparation being made in Haiti in case they terminate TPS, in which case they would probably, those holders from Haiti may probably face deportation if they terminate TPS? Any preparation in Haiti?
Well, the government of Haiti has been working to make certain that the country is stable enough, especially in the aftermath of the earthquake, to create an environment that any Haitians, whether they're benefiting from TPS or not, they would feel welcome at home eventually. For the time being, the conditions on the ground, given the pace, given how our recovery process is going since the earthquake, there will be some difficulties. So we don't anticipate there's going to be mass deportation if there were to be a termination of the program, although we're still hoping there won't be a termination of the program for the time being. So in that sense, the concern is not so much whether or not the government of Haiti is ready to welcome TPS recipients back, because to be honest, Haiti welcomes its citizens back almost on a daily basis. So more importantly, what we think, and that's the argument we've been making with the U.S. authorities, it's not an issue whether or not we're capable of returning for folks when they are being deported. Any Haitians of Haitian national, and by the way, that's a key point here, most TPS recipients, they're benefiting from TPS in part because they are law-abiding resident here in the United States. So in that sense, any Haitians who fall in foul of the law here in the U.S., they are deported back to Haiti. So in that sense, it's not an issue of whether or not we're ready, but more importantly, we're creating condition on the ground so that Haitians can come and go as they please. Any person can come and go into the country. But more importantly, the focus for the time being is mostly on making certain that our friends in the U.S. government, they understand the current condition on the ground. So that's the main reason why we're making the argument that there's a necessity for the time being for the program to be extended. We think the arguments we put forward, they have merit not only under the law that TPS was created, but also in the context of the relationship between the people of the United States and the people of Haiti.
Okay. In the event that they would terminate TPS for Haitians, again, there are more than 50,000 Haitians with that status in the United States. Their return to Haiti, uh, do you can you tell us if the government of Haiti worries about something like that? Because that would add to the current situation on the ground. Number one, those 50,000 and more TPS holders from Haiti, they've been sending remittances to their relatives on the ground in Haiti. So that would stop, in the event there is a termination of TPS. And also those who are deported, those TPS holders who are deported, uh, they would probably they would probably get hard time to find job in Haiti. So that would create a almost a double impact on recipient of remittances, and also impact on the part of the returnees or deportees who would not be able to live a comfortable life as they were living here in the United States, and they would probably won't be able to find job. Does the government of Haiti worry on such impact?
Well, we've talked to our U.S. counterparts on issues of deportation, on issues of how not just TPS recipients, but any Haitians who are being returned into their home country, how that is done. Like I said, there are certain conditions on the ground that makes things difficult for Haiti for the current time. And I want to emphasize the idea that the government of Haiti is working on a robust plan to ensure that there's a stable country post earthquake, that any Haitians, especially even those who are in Haiti, to feel comfortable as opposed to people trying to flee the country in some ways. So the issue of the readiness of the government, that's the very reason why we're asking the US authorities to work in collaboration with us to ensure that even the support they're providing to Haiti on the ground, those resources are not being wasted or being reallocated to address this issue here. So that's why we think in the very near term, it's critical that this extension is provided so that we continue to address many of the issues on the ground, because we understand that the TPS law has been a privilege. It's been a great support to the community of Haitians here in the United States since the earthquake. And more importantly, it's been a good help to the country of Haiti in the short term as the state of Haiti continues to address its development issues. And some of those issues are being addressed currently. That's why in our conversation with the U.S. authorities, we're not simply saying that Haiti is not good, so please keep our citizens for us. We're saying, no, we're making a lot of progress. However, we're not at that point yet, based on the benchmark we set, that would make it possible for all those 50,000 folks to return here. And also, I want to emphasize the idea that even though there are 50,000 Haitians who are benefiting from TPS, there's a good possibility a good chunk of that population is eligible for something else in terms of adjusting their status in the event they were trying to remain here in the United States a bit longer. So in that sense, that's why we're encouraging the TPS recipients to seek advice on potentially adjusting their status if, again, the intent is to stay here and not break away from, families that they have here in the U.S. in the short term.
Before we end this interview, is there anything else you would like to add, Mr. Ambassador?
Like I said, we're working on this issue. We've in conversation with the U.S. authorities, but at the same time, we understand the temporary nature of the TPS program. So we've been having also conversation with our friends on Capitol Hill to ensure that perhaps they can introduce some legislation that would enable the TPS community to adjust their status. So, so this is my way of saying there's a series of conversation taking place here at the same time. Yes, asking the executive branch of the U.S. administration to ensure that TPS is extended, again, under the conditions that have been set forth by the law, but also folks on Capitol Hill, we're mobilizing them as well, because a lot of members of Congress have come out in support of an extension of TPS. So if they're asking for an extension of TPS, in part, not because of just sympathy for Haiti, but also because many of these people have actually been great help in those communities that they represent. So many members of Congress, senators, congressmen, Democrats, and Republicans, they've come out in in support. They've written letters to the Department of Homeland Security, to the White House, to the Department of State to ensure that the U.S. administration extends TPS for TPS recipients, in part because most of those Haitians, if not all of those TPS recipients, they've been law-abiding citizens here in the United States in terms of their residency, and more importantly, they've been great contributors in the communities where they live here in the U.S. So in that sense, that's why we're working also in collaboration with members of Congress to ensure that if there's going to be a permanent solution to this problem, it's not the administration who's going to actually solve it by itself. They have a role to play in it. So we're mobilizing them as well so that we're not coming back every 6-12 months for another extension request.
In fact, in addition to members of Congress writing letters to the administration, hoping that they would have an extension of TPS for Haitians, there are also members of Congress who also introduced the legislations to have legal status for TPS, some TPS holders, including Haitians. There is Congressman Carlos Curbelo, Republican from Florida. He has introduced a bill to provide legal status to thousands of TPS holders, including some Haitians and some other TPS holders from other countries. How hopeful are you that such legislation would pass in Congress?
Well, as a foreign official, I'm not getting myself involved in the details of legislation on the U.S. side. There's a strong, a large, and a very vibrant Haitian American community here. I think some of the pressure is coming from them as well as far as the government of Haiti is concerned. We're working with different folks to ensure that there's a long-term solution that works for the people of Haiti, but also the people of the United States on this TPS issue. So I know that many members, there are a lot of Haitian American elected officials. There are a number of Haitians, of U.S. citizens of Haitian descent who are talking to their congressional leaders to address this issue. As far as we are concerned, as a government, we're simply listening to the voices of the people whom we represent, i.e. members of the Haitian community living here in the U.S. and also the people of Haiti on the ground. So in that sense, any legislative agenda, we're leaving it up to members of Congress to do the right thing. But more importantly, we're aware of the fact that they're working in close relationship with folks in the Haitian American community to address this issue. The only thing we're saying as far as the government of Haiti, folks to adjust the status from a temporary status to something a little bit more permanent, it doesn't negate the fact that the Haitian citizen living in the United States. So we're trying to provide as much support as possible to them. But anything that's happening on the congressional side as far as legislation, it comes down to members of Congress addressing issues with their constituents here. So we leave it there for them to actually address on their own.
Okay. You've been representing Haiti as ambassador to the United States for several years. How could you describe the current state of U.S.-Haiti relations under the Trump administration?
Keep in mind, the Haiti-U.S. relationship has been in existence for a very, very, very long time. And the Haiti-U.S. relationship is not just about relationship between the administration of President Trump and the administration of President Jovenel Moïse in Haiti. It's actually about a relationship between the people of Haiti and the people of the United States. So in that sense, there's a strong relationship between the two countries. More importantly, we're working toward making that relationship much stronger. Like I said, there are a lot of things that Haiti has contributed to what the United States is today. And the United States also over time has been a good friend of Haiti. So in that sense, we're just trying to find ways to cement the relationship to make it stronger at all levels, between governments, but also between people and people. So that's why myself as an ambassador, I spend a lot of time on college campuses. I spend a lot of time in community centers around the U.S. to ensure that there's ways to connect the people of Haiti with the people of the United States because of this long history between our two countries.
You would also agree that the United States has been a major provider of foreign aid to Haiti.
Haiti has been a major provider to the United States over the years. I think that's one of the secrets that maybe the world doesn't know enough. Haitian soldiers came here and actually fought.
It was for the Battle of Savannah in Georgia.
Among other things. So what I'm saying here, Haiti has also been a great contributor to the United States over the years. So that's what I'm saying.
Can you elaborate on that?
It means that there are a lot of Haitians who have come here and actually have had great success and contributed to stuff. The city of Chicago, it was basically
Jean-Baptiste Point du
exactly was
Sable.
created by a Haitian. So what I'm saying here to you is that our soldiers came here and fought in the Independence War and other battle to make sure there's freedom here in the in the U.S. and other things. So the long history between our two countries go well beyond the relationship between the two governments. So that's why I'm saying if you look around the amount of Haitian Americans, the folks of Haitian descent, the level of contribution they've made here in the U.S. In fact, those who are listening to us, who are watching us today, we invite them to come to the embassy. One of the exhibits taking place at the Embassy of Haiti in Washington, D.C. today is actually there's something called the Pearls of Excellence, where we display those people of Haitian descent who've made great contribution to the advancement of American life. So this is my way of saying the level of support the United States has given us is not a one-way street. We've been actually neighbors, we've been partners. So in that sense, we want to be certain that this partnership continues to grow and flourish over the years.
We were speaking with Haiti's ambassador to the United States, His Excellency Paul Altidor. Ambassador Altidor, Voice of America, thanks you very much.
I thank you for your time.